I got an email from Amazon about a month ago saying that I had the opportunity to be a part of a trial group for Amazon Ultra. The spell promised an access of regular Amazon Prime stuff, Amazon Video with some extras, and for shows, making ofs, etc., Amazon Music, and which, to be honest, I've never used. I've got Spotify for that, and had a new delivery plan, a hefty monthly fee I could get for an unlimited, immediate delivery on everything. Drones apparently, hence are the costs. They said that it was fast and discreet, so it did say that it could link to my emails, social media, and phone to be able to predict the items that I would need and automatically order them. It would even anticipate the time that I would need them. Now, well, I obviously signed up. I mean, it was expensive, but I had to try it. Emma, my wife, was definitely not very happy. We had a bit of an argument over that one. I'll sign her up for her own account, that way she could see for herself. It took her a while to get it set up, and I had to download the app and give over the passwords to Facebook, Twitter, and Google. When the app was finished installing, it also asked me for some weird permissions that I didn't see before. I only skimmed through it before clicking on it, so I can't remember what it said off the top of my head. I just remember thinking it was odd. About a month after monitoring my habits on the app, it then advised me to leave all the doors to my house open for at least one floor window for an optimal delivery access. I went to the bathroom because it's probably one of the rooms that you want to air out. The wife isn't a fan of the draft though. So anyway, to start off with this amazing, I woke up the next day and went to brush my teeth and then realized that I was out of toothpaste. I hopped in the shower, and as I got out, I heard a whirling sound. It felt a slight of breeze to it, and therefore there was a new tube of toothpaste in a package in the sink. It had a curry on my own last night. Emma was out in an office party, so I was suffered to say I was especially pleased to see a parcel containing a new pack of super soft toilet paper, chilled by early morning sky. The drone was hovering by its gift and waiting for me to acknowledge the delivery. I pressed the green button to signify. I just wanted the project and then flew off. Back wherever I came, when the miss says that she was going on a business trip. There was an 8-pack of beer and a Blu-ray that was waiting on the coffee table, even without a thought, still accompanied by the moving whirl. Now it did start to anticipate my wants. If you asked me where I've given the service 5 stars, no questions. There were some restrictions, however. You can't just order yourself items to anyone. It had to be the one designated shipping address, a safety feature I rather enjoyed. If they didn't find a way in, they would have to leave the item on the doorstep and bump against the door until someone pressed the green button. I thought that was strange, but the email did stress of how much discreet and the service, so I didn't complain too hard. After all, these things were so convenient. So then whenever I heard a gentle knocking on my door, I knew what to expect. Instead of some treat, I have thought about this in its delivery basket. It was a long box. The box was ripped slightly. This wasn't the usual with some of my packages. Some of the items were okay, so I also assumed that it was due to the speed in the processing. I saw a metallic glint through the hole. I unwrapped it and then realized that what I held was long, sharp butcher knives. I saw a torn a portion of the label. It was addressed to Emma. Now Emma didn't cook, perish the thought, so needless to say I was puzzled. She was on the other hand work on the trip, and she said she would be unreachable for the next week, so I accepted it. A few days later, 2 more packages turned up on my address to Emma. I would have opened them, but curiosity got the better of me. It was a bone saw and duct tape. I had no idea why she wanted them. The tape I could understand, but who needs a bone saw? She works in an office, for God's sake. Slowly more packages arrive, each one filling me out increasingly a sense of dread. A pair of ladies' black leather gloves. Emma never wears gloves. Rat poison, although we have no rats. And a huge jug of drain cleaner, the industrial kind, the kind that melts flesh. I then checked the label. I tried calling her to check if these were legitimated detect deliveries, but as promised, her phone cut straight to an answer machine. So I accepted them. They were so easy and seemed, and despite my nagging sense of unease, there was a reasonable explanation for it. I was just letting my imagination run a riot. I woke up on Emma's return with a sick feeling in my stomach. I hadn't been sleeping for the previous nights and was exhausted. I groggily opened my eyes and saw a drone hovering over the foot of my bed. I looked at its delivery basket and what I saw made my stomach drop. It was a plain and square cardboard box addressed to Emma. The corner was ripped, and I thought the corner I could see a black, sleek barrel of a pistol. I tore through the box apart and was at the invoice. The delivery time had attached, and it had arrived an hour early. My heart lurched. Everything I could dismiss was an error or a glitch, but this gave me a time, and it gave me a method. Amazon was doing its job as advised, but it knew she had planned to kill me and wanted me to do the things as easy as possible. I was just so lucky to have signed us both up. I just hit the reject button on the drone and I heard the key to the door. My relief at watching the weapon fly out of the window was swiftly replaced by rage. That tramp. After all these years, why would she do this to me? She probably wants someone else as well. She's never in this house, and she walked up to the stairs. I imagine her with 1,000 lovers, drinking champagne and laughing as all they plotted their lives after their minor inconveniences. That is, my life has been removed. She then walked into the bedroom, and I screamed at her, and I knew what she planned to do. She laughed in my face. In my face. The red mist of my fury descended, and then through the rush of my blood in my ears as I had a faint whirl. I felt the drone put a hammer, apprised my hand, and brought me down to my former lover's head. I see her smile as she took in fear. Gray matter slowly oozed off and my wound as she fell backwards and into a tarpaulin that was already being pulled into a place by 2 drones. They were so convenient as I poured the drain cleaner away and into what seemed to be a sink. Thought to give me a pause. You know what? I don't think I ever did sign her up for an account. And that, my little pretties, was Amazon Ultra, a creepypasta written by Stex85. My final thoughts on this story. I actually really found this pasta to be enjoyable. It's a pretty good pasta, actually. Now, this is probably a pasta maybe from 2016 or 2017. I'm not really sure when this came out. I have a feeling it came out maybe in 17 or 16. This actually was a pretty good pasta. Now, I am going to say it's pretty freaky, given by the fact that, these drones know who's ordering, these things, and starts, sitting there and, giving it all to, the person who, signed up for Amazon Ultra. I really have to say that this story actually was pretty amazing. Especially with the concept itself, I actually found this one to be quite enjoyable. Now, I definitely have to say, this story actually was... I actually had to have a couple theories as to what this could be. Now, I am going to be honest, I actually found this story to be enjoyable, well made in detail, and I actually really like how this went out. It's a fabulous story. It was really well made. I really do find it to be amazing. It's pretty good, to be honest. I really do like how this all went out. It was a pretty good story for what it is. I definitely have to say that I really have to be completely honest. I really do find, how this went out. It was a pretty good, concept for what it is. And to be completely honest, I am gonna be completely honest. So I'm just gonna be honest that this story, I actually really liked how this went out. It's really good, really well made. Just really like this story, and I love how it all went out. Now, I definitely have to say that I really do like how the whole concept went out, especially when it came to this. Because here's the thing, I have not ordered on Amazon in a while, but when it came to me ordering on Amazon, it was definitely something. There was definitely, some stuff in there that was just really messed up. I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of messed up concept and stuff in it. So this was definitely probably something which I'm not gonna lie, this story was actually pretty freaky. Like seeing, everything, appearing all at once and you have no idea where it came from. Like, this story actually had pretty believability. Now, when it comes to Amazon, you gotta be careful on what you order because you never know. This could possibly be happening. Like, it's possible that Emma could be the one who is behind buying all this stuff, or it could be maybe just someone trying to, ruin this couple's lives, which, yet again, that could be possible. It is quite possible that it could be someone else trying to ruin the protagonist and his, wife's lives, which I have a feeling that could be a theory, but if you guys have other theories as to why this is happening or why the people are getting in this story are getting random packages or something, yeah, feel free to, give me an explanation or just let me know what your thoughts on. I really have to say, this story was actually a pretty freaky one. Now, this is on the regular Creepypasta Wiki. It's a pretty good story. I really do have to say it's a pretty fun one at that. I really do have to say this is a really good creepypasta. Now it was a good change. So, anyways, with that being the case, that being said, this review is not very long because it's a pretty good story. So I definitely have to say, if you guys really do find this story to be enjoyable, if you want to read it, feel free to. I've seen plenty of other narrations of this story, so I thought I'd go ahead and, narrate this one too. Decided to go ahead and narrate this one because why not? It's a pretty good pasta. So, anyways, that being the case, that being said, this is simply just to let you guys know that this is just simply my own personal opinion. If you happen to disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to these creepypastas, and this is simply my own personal thoughts. Now, my final rating of this story would have to be 10 out of 10. It was creepy, amazing, very well made in detail. It's a good story. Really do like it. And I also really appreciate how good this story went out. It was creepy. It was fantastic. Really have to say it's a pretty fun story. Really like how this went out. It's amazing. Really, really like this story. So I definitely have to say this is a must read if you have not read this story. I highly recommend you guys check this story out. It's amazing. You will not be disappointed, and I am not gonna lie. You guys will not be disappointed once you read this story. This story was definitely a good story. And I really have to recommend that you guys should really go check this story out if you guys haven't. It's pretty good, really well made, and I have to say, I really do found this story to be pretty good. Now, of course, with that being the case and with that being said, what did you guys think about this creepypasta? Did you all enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what you have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Leave me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode, and if you happen to be brand new here on this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload so then you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro because I'm out.